I love your dog. What's your dog's name?
Huh?
What's your dog's name?
Star.
Star. So what's your small story?
My small story is my company, Biscuits by Lamb Chop. And so I created the company for my dog Lamb Chop, who had kidney problems after, he actually went into kidney failure from a drug interaction after knee surgery.
Oh, okay.
And he always had a lot of health issues and dietary issues, but after that, they all contradicted each other. So there was just nothing on the market I could feed him.
Yeah.
And so basically I had to learn to cook for him and balance his meals and deal with his finickiness.
I mean, what are you cooking, like 2-3 meals a day? How does this work?
What I had to do, when you have kidney disease,
yeah.
you get really turned off to a lot of foods, and you get nauseous and, you know, different things. So I would just cook a whole slew of different ingredients, and I end up freezing a lot of it if we didn't need it, you know, but in individual ingredients, and I would just try different combinations or, you know, kind of whatever he would eat.
Yeah.
I would bring it outside, and I mean, everyone in the neighborhood was like, there's a Chinese lady around the corner who doesn't even speak English. She's like 80 years old, and she would just bring food down for him, like all sorts of different things when he wouldn't eat, you know. But then I really figured out his meals, and so, you know, you just have to constantly switch it up. So, but I'd had to keep track of everything so I can balance the calcium and, you know, whatever else he needed.
Are you a dietitian or physical?
No, well, I have a physical therapy background, so I always like to cook and I love to bake, but basically what I did know was lots of things there. It's not stuff that's in the books, so you really have to be able to research, problem solve, and make that person's life work.
Okay.
For whatever the needs are. And so I just did that with my dog, you know. I just had to research something different instead of like disease, well, that too, but, you know, I had to research food and how to balance, you know, food.
So how was the leap from taking care of your dog to creating a product for stores? I mean, how did you do that? I mean,
well, I mean, Lamb Chop needed, you know, after I figured out his food, I basically had to create a treat for him because he would sit there looking at me like waiting for his treat, you know, but there was just nothing, again, on the market for him. And so what happened after that is his friends were like knocking down the door, you know. Like,
I guess when you went to the park, you would bring the treats as well?
Yeah, I'd bring the treats, I'd bring them on walks, you know, with
I love
his friends.
I love it.
And so they would literally start bringing their owners to my building and sitting down and not moving, you know, until they buzzed my bell and, you know, got some treats.
Who was the first store? I mean, it was the first store
my first store is Bark Place. I still have my product there.
Okay.
They're on the Upper East Side. They're a really great little boutique. And now they do grooming. But so that was my first store, and they're still my one of my best stores.
What are some of the other stores they can get in New York?
Salty Paw down in the Financial District, around the corner at Paw Paw on the Lower East Side, and Urban Canis in Soho. And I have an online store, so biscuitsbylambchop.com. I actually even have an auto ship club, so you never run out of a healthy treat and go grab the junk food. It's called Lamb Chop Secret Snack Society, so just don't actually tell everyone.
For other dog owners who may have problems like eating habits for their dogs, what would you recommend? They do what you're doing, create your own?
I recommend reading a lot, but really knowing your sources and, you know, probably getting some books like, you know, it's an oldie but goodie. Dr. Pitcairn, you know, has a book on feeding.
Yeah.
And, you know, just really picking your sources and getting to know, you know, who's, you know, there's a lot of information out there, but you want like reliable sources.
If people want to reach out to you and find out more about your product, what's the website?
The website's biscuitsbylambchop.com, and they can always email me through there. And on Facebook, we're Biscuits by Lamb Chop. And I definitely encourage people to ask us questions there, and so we can share and everyone can learn.
Okay, cool.
And on Twitter, it's Lammy Biscuits, which is LAMBYBISCUITS.
Your favorite dog park in New York?
In New York?
Favorite dog park?
The beach.
I love that answer. I love that.
The beach, and I actually will take Star.
Okay.
Her story is boardwalk to boardroom. You know, she was running the streets of Atlantic City, and then I adopted her, and she became, you know, chief cookie officer at Smoke Stop.
She's your cookie muse.
She's my cookie muse. So we try to get to the beach as often as we can. And, I mean, I'll go in the middle of winter, you know, to the beach with her, nice and empty. outdoorsy and no one's trashed the beach. So she loves the water whether it's cold or not. That's my favorite dog part.
Cool.
She likes the Square Park, but she also loves the beach as much as I do. So
I can't wait to share the story. Love it.
yeah, great.
Thank you.